trying to pick a little splinter.
Oh,
You know how many hours of yard work I did yesterday?
Way more than I did.
Dude.
I did like 5 hours of yard work.
Oh, that's
my God.
devastating. In one day?
I got motivated.
You've achieved too much in life to do that.
I was
don't
mowing the
understand.
lawn, and then
That's a
there are a
horrible
couple
way to
of
spend a Sunday.
branches on these trees that are overhanging. And I need to thank
clip,
not
clip,
just
clip.
one neighbor, but 2 neighbors, because I just decided there was this one branch which is hanging kind of low, super long, and I don't have that many tools, so I just took I have a small axe. I'm like, I'm just gonna
You have a hatchet.
axe away. I got on a ladder, and then I'm just
Using an
boom,
axe?
boom, boom,
I mean,
using an axe.
Complete. I know nothing about yard work. I know that's the wrong tool for the job.
But it's what I had,
know
right?
that.
So
You're lucky you didn't didn't land on your head.
Oh, but I'm hitting the axe, and I
On
should
a
have had
ladder. He's on a ladder with an axe.
How thick was the branch?
about like
Oh,
this.
it's pretty big.
It wasn't a big axe like you
Substantial.
would split wood with.
No, I
It's
was
a hatchet.
small axe.
It was
Yeah,
a
hatchet.
It's not an axe. Let's call it what it is. I mean, an axe
It was a
is
half-ass axe.
Yeah.
Okay.
An
Jolly
axe
Green
has a
Giant
handle
thing.
that's
All
this
right,
long.
okay, a hatchet,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, not like a battle axe.
Yeah.
But I'm chopping away, and I would take breaks every couple minutes, and chop, chop, chop,
Oh
chop,
my God.
and it's like it was like 1/4, then halfway, like I'm
You
just waiting for that
definitely
branch to go
have
down.
golfer's elbow now.
And the like the bark is just flying everywhere, and I should have had goggles and sort of closed my eyes.
What a
And a
debacle.
neighbor, Ben, thank you, came over, and he goes, I saw you struggling with the tree, and he brought over a hacksaw, and then we just got that one done with the hacksaw, and then once I was like, hey, can I borrow the hacksaw? Because we have another tree. So we have a basketball hoop in the driveway, and we have a tree on the side, and like it doesn't block the shot immediately, but there's definitely a branch that's about 12 feet high.
you need a little mini
it's
chainsaw.
a little bit. I needed a chainsaw, but I didn't have one.
Yeah,
So
well,
then I had
it's
the
like $50
hacksaw
or something.
Well, whatever. I had the hacks. So now I had
he
my
didn't have
neighbor's
one.
It's
hacksaw.
like 5 hours.
He was relying on his
So
neighbor.
then I was.
Now he's
that-
doing
It was like
this.
freaking
Yeah.
early man out in his backyard trying to cut the
Oh,
tree.
So
my
then I
Yeah.
did the hacksaw, and my
Did you start a fire with twigs?
No, my neighbor on the other side,
So ill-equipped.
this guy Tung, he never does yard work. His dad lives in the house, who's probably 80.
Yeah.
He does it all.
Came out, he saw me
Yeah.
do the hacksaw. And he goes, I think you need this one. And his hacksaw was basically the exact same, and he did it for a while. And I felt, I actually
had an
told him,
80-year-old guy
I
doing
actually
it?
told him, I was like, I hope you don't have a heart attack. He left, and then I finally
Oh
got
my
down the
God.
tree.
Oh, what an
Should've gone to Home
embarrassment.
Depot.
A
got
couple
freaking
cuts,
chainsaw.
a lot of bug bites, and then a stupid little splinter, which probably hurts more than anything.
I mean, 5 hours of yard work. That is my personal apocalypse. In one day?
5 hours.
Well,
no, that's
it's
way too
only
much.
5 hours because he was going at it
Because
with
he's
a butter knife.
wildly inefficient.
Well, yeah, and then
mean-
and then I guess the rules of the neighborhood. What I learned is so like one of the branches was probably 16 feet long. Is that you can turn in pieces of wood, but they have to be 4 feet or shorter.
Okay.
So then I had to take the long pieces and cut them
Cut
down
that
into
down.
short
Oh my God.
pieces.
Again, chainsaw. Should have called your boy.
And then all the little branches put into those stupid Costco bags.
Honestly, I had a busy weekend to come over there and save the day with my manly chainsaw. I would have been so sized. I actually would.
Yeah, but then you would have had to drive it over to his house.
Yeah,
You're going
I
to do
know,
that?
I know.
No
It
chance.
would have been a
Next
But no
time-
ladder
Yes,
accidents.
I would have.
Well, JP, next time just call him.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a.
Yeah, now you knew.
Now listen,
chainsaw.
I bragged about my chainsaw before. It's a little effeminate chainsaw.
Yeah, but it'll still work.
It's better than whatever he was using.
It would work, 100%.
It'll
No,
still
the
work.
hacksaw worked. It takes a while.
forever.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
used one before to cut a much smaller branch, and it takes forever. Trust me, I know. It's not fun. I'll never do it again.
I sprayed
hire a
I sprayed
professional.
some weeds and some crabgrass.
Did you?
There you go.
Did you do it
come-
for 5 hours?
5 minutes.
Can you do that
It was
over
pretty
my
long.
house? I need to do that in my house. I got a lot of crab.
Yeah, crabgrass is the worst.
No,
lot
his,
of
his ears go up when he hears my crabgrass. He's very excited.
Eric was telling me, I didn't realize this. Crabs are butt cheap right now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it might be a time for a crab feast.
I don't know. Somehow this hillbilly
I got to
from,
call my cousin. He's
from
a
like, yeah, the...
waterman. He's a waterman.
the
Yes,
Bay
waterman.
showed up on my feed And he's like, $100 a bushel.
That sounds like a bargain.
Hey, speaking of
You see
crabs,
the prices from the 90s.
I assume you guys. Well, you probably didn't hear it
Back in time.
because you guys were at Freedom 250.
Yeah.
But during the Lions Commanders game, Dan Helly, B. Mitch, and Rigo were all talking about crabs.
Oh, they were. They were having a crab
Yeah, because
summit.
Helly said, "Well, next week we'll be in Baltimore,
Yeah.
Okay.
Baltimore, and he said, "Home of the crabs."
Right.
He tried to use the Baltimore dialect.
Yeah.
And B. Mitch said, "I love crab cakes.
Right.
I love them." And then Helly goes, "Well, where do you go?" And he goes, "I don't really know." Because there's a place in Front Royal, Virginia, that's got the best. And he couldn't remember the name of the place.
Yeah.
It's got
People probably just hook him.
Yeah.
he says it's got the best crabs.
Probably just opens his door and there are crab cakes.
And
like on dry
Rigo was
ice.
saying there's no crab cakes in Kansas.
As they
I
move,
mean, they had nothing to talk about. I
yeah,
guess.
as they move into the later portions of the games,
Yeah.
it becomes a talk show because
It is.
nobody cares about third and fourth.
Oh, you mean after the second?
No, this
after
was-
the first offensive possession?
yes.
No, believe me, this was later in the game.
I know.
Yeah, it was later in the game.
They did that in week 1 too because it's who are these guys? These are
Yeah.
guys who are just going to get cut.
Yeah, but they were having fun talking about it.
Yeah.
So it was entertaining to me.
All right, let's get into the Junkie Sports page. Bish Box.
All right, sponsored by our good friends over at Open Road Distilling, Reston Town Center. Make sure you go over there and mention us. Of course, you can get their locally crafted spirits like Eagle Eye Rye, Maple Old Fashioned, Independence Bourbon, all at Northern Virginia ABC stores. So head on over there. I guess all right. Well, we kind of touched on the Freedom 250. We'll just touch on it real quick again. Kyle Kirkwood was the big fat winner.
All right.
He won by about 3.5 seconds over some guy named Lundgaard
Never heard
and another guy named Power.
I'm sure he's silly.
Lundgaard is from Denmark and Power is from Australia. Both of them were interviewed after the race and said, "You know what? It's good that an American won here in Washington, D.C., Freedom 250." So it was pretty cool. But they were all jacked about just the experience and the setup and the race and the city. They loved it.
On Sunday, the president showed up, right?
Yeah, he waved the green flag.
Where did he
so-
sit?
Did
Did he sit in the Monumental Suites?
I don't know exactly
No,
where he
our
was.
guy JVS
The
said
president.
he had a compound across from where that setup was.
I mean, we had like the primo seats,
I
like
feel like
legitimately
I feel
right
like
in the
we have
middle.
the best seats in the house. Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Cool to watch. I can only watch it once a year.
well, I'm kind
I
of
can't do it every
I don't know
every
that
week.
I'm sitting down and watching IndyCar every weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you a little more interest in it, but hello, the NFL's about to start. Okay?
Right.
Like and college football about to start.
It's a little bit like tennis in that I recorded my daughter and her friend watching, and your neck just moves nonstop.
Like
It's
if
just
you
left to right,
follow-
left to right.
if one
or
of those
for us,
cars
it was
zooms
right to
by
left.
you and
Yeah.
you follow it all the way down out of the line of sight, you can't pick up the next car because it's just coming to it
comes too fast. Yeah.
It's coming at 140 plus. Like
Yeah.
your eyes can't track with it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy to have those cameras. You can see the racers trying to steer it.
Yeah,
and it's so hard. It's so hard to steer those things.
One of the guys
Tell
that
me
was
what
in with
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, the steering wheel's going all over the place, and they're just
Really?
It's just it's not. It doesn't look like power steering.
they don't have so many power steering.
I mean, I'm sure they do, but it's just very difficult to steer those.
It's not
vehicles.
stable.
Which
It's
Bush
very
is still
unstable.
with us? Is it Kurt or Kyle? Which Bush passed away?
Don't know.
All right. Well,
Kyle?
the Bush that's still alive was in with Danny, along with the dude whose name was Stingray something.
Yeah.
Stingray Bob.
Stingray Bob, whatever his name was. He said that their pulse rate is at like 155 to 160 for 2 straight hours.
Right.
Wow.
It's their hearts are just boom, boom, boom
and
the whole time.
They also said that
That's what it looks like when I'm putting for bogey.
it's so hot in those
Yeah.
cars, and they're sweating so much they lose 10 pounds an hour.
I guess that
Is that what
makes
he
sense.
said? 10, or maybe he said 10 pounds for the race.
That seems aggressive. 10 pounds an hour.
That's what he's. Maybe he said 5 pounds. He definitely said 5 pounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was 5 per hour.
I might have
but-
to get in an Indy car soon.
He's driving the Ozempic
But they were
car.
so
Losing all
hot
that
and
weight.
sweaty. I mean,
Of course.
it was
So
cool to watch.
the Indy car though doesn't look like a regular steering wheel. It almost looks like a PlayStation
Yeah.
joystick.
Yeah.
It looks like something like on a big wheel. I don't know how those guys do it.
So it was pretty cool to watch. All right, so NFL preseason week 2 is in the books. I mean, all these games were terrible, but the Monday night game or the Sunday night game was Seattle and the Titans last night.
Well, I'm just curious. I know the scores don't matter, but I'm just curious what the score was.
1916 Tennessee.
Okay.
So Cam Ward played for the second consecutive week. I didn't watch it. He was 8 for 12 for 69 yards, no touchdowns, no picks.
Okay.
Sacked once. But I think a lot of the starters played for Tennessee, at least for a series or two. I don't think many played for Seattle. But Seattle did lose their second-round draft pick, Bud Clark, who they drafted out of TCU. He's a defensive back. Broken ankle. Oof. So he's going to be out months, they say.
There's some bad injuries coming out of preseason and training camp.
That was the Seattle Seahawks second-round pick, Bud Clark.
Because Genty got hurt with the Raiders.
Genty got hurt.
And you know what that means? They're already writing about Lauby zooming up the depth chart, going to get some real running back touches.
Good.
It looks like.
Nice.
And Mike Washington Jr., I believe.
Yeah.
Also there in the mix.
So, I don't know if you saw any of the highlights of the Browns game. They got pummeled by the Bills.
Big story there was Deshaun Watson's terrible press conference afterwards.
Well, he got booed. It was the first time he's played at home on the field since October 24th of 2024. So it's been a couple years. And he got booed by the fans.
Yep.
Those are my people.
The fans just don't like him. They don't want him out there.
And he played poorly, too.
And he played bad.
Well, they booed him when you saw he threw the one ball in the dirt. What did he throw an interception?
Yes.
I think he threw an interception. That's when they booed him.
Yep.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is, I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So, I think it's a disrespectful thing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that, and yeah, just move on.
But don't you think, Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason. So I don't regret anything at all. But, you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, the tables turn. And I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, you know, wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it.
It's annoying when you hear a guy say, I'm a child of God, and you fondled like 20 women.
I would regret that.
He doesn't regret anything?
I would regret that part of my life.
That was the money quote. That was the quote. Like, I don't regret having any regrets in life.
Yeah.
I honestly, I mean, does it make you think maybe some of this was overblown, or maybe it was weird? Like, I don't know. Maybe it didn't happen the way we think it happened.
We don't know what happened, but 20 women accused him. So,
and he settled with all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they don't want him there.
If you're the Browns, why are you keeping him around? What is the point?
That's what I asked the one guy we had from. Remember the guy we had from Cleveland?
I think they just want to get their money's worth.
And I said, why would he even be on the roster? Don't play him.
He's a sunken cost start. Like, he's not going to play.
Monken thinks he's going to be better for the team to win.
To win what?
Shador has played okay.
Okay.
If you watch the game, listen, hold on. I want to say this.
Sorry.
Shador played okay. He had one interception on a batted ball. He's not a star. I mean, Shador's probably a backup, but I think Shador is okay. And the fans are not going to boo Shador.
Right.
No.
So,
and
I don't know why they just play him.
Monken said he's going to announce the starter for the season today.
Just announce
So I
Shador.
assume that's going to be Shador.
Announce him. Cut Watson. It doesn't, like, you've already guaranteed him $200 million plus. He's not going to play for you.
And no one's going to sign him.
It's a PR disaster.
But what if he's been out playing
I don't think he has
Shador
been.
throughout training camp?
He hasn't in the
if he's
preseason game.
clearly better than
he
everybody
played.
else in the roster?
That's incorrect.
The first preseason game he played
better
well.
than Shador in the first preseason.
And
Okay,
they said
fair enough. But when you look at the total stats, it's
but
it's basically a wash.
Yeah, but
knows
they
who
said in
they
the
were playing
joint
against.
practices he was better.
Look,
No, day to day. Look, I agree with Ian Rappaport. I think put out a tweet. He's like, Deshaun Watson by play should be the starter, but after that press conference, just go with Shador. And as Cake says, just cut your
Yeah, it's
losses
just,
now.
I mean, you're
You're not going anywhere with either of them anyway.
You're never going to have him live up to the contract that he signed, and he's a pariah amongst the fan base. They hate his guts.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Yeah.
Like at some point, you have to move on.
I would think that they should, yeah.
I
And
will.
maybe
At
after
some
what
point.
happened in terms of the boos and the fan reaction, maybe they realize
And,
it's
you know,
not worth it.
Maybe it's just the ownership is resolute and just saying, "Look, we paid him $200+ million.
We want him out there.
He's
Yeah.
going to stay on the roster no matter what."
Okay.
So, like, maybe the GM and the coach they're neutered. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
I would guess.
So Warren Sharp retweeted, and I saw it. The interview Shedeur did on the side. He did like a 6-minute interview on the sideline. It was outrageous how long it was, but that shows you nothing preseason, right? They went
They're looking
6
for
minutes with him,
content, yeah.
And I'm telling you, and I tweeted this, and some people, they're like, I don't care how he plays on the field. I don't care if he's the worst quarterback in the history of the game. I root for him. He's so down to earth.
He's likable.
He's so likable. And we have some standard against him where we hate him because of his dad or something. And meanwhile, his dad's raised a pretty freaking humble kid.
Well, some of his college antics.
Okay. What did he had a fancy car or something?
He had
What
the
were his
rap song. He did,
Yeah, but why would you hate
some
a
of the
kid for that?
celebrations.
Hey, okay, but he's a kid.
No,
Why
but
would you hate
I
him?
understand, but he had kind of like Baker Mayfield had a lot of people who hated him in college.
Yeah, I think
like
Baker Mayfield, though, like, got in trouble with the law. Like, they were real things. Like, these are kind of trivial things.
Well, he had a drunken public and he ran from the cops. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, but anyways,
Nothing too crazy.
Anyways, I think he's one of the more misunderstood, more maligned guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see a sweet kid, and I root for him. I don't care if he's the worst quarterback in the history of the world. I will always root for him.
Yeah, I
just
think
so
he's
you know.
pretty likable.
Yeah.
All right,
I watched the interview.
You're
super
So you're
likable.
rooting for him to be the starter. In
I don't know if he's
Big
good.
time. I think he's
Look, I'd rather-
good enough. He makes plays. Here's this. His arm is trash. I think your arm's better. But he makes reads, and he can deliver the ball. I don't think he's a star. He's probably a backup.
He's definitely not a star.
He actually seems pretty humble
I need to bet
about
the
his
under.
game.
We need
Yeah,
to bet
he's-
their under, Jason.
I
He's
think the
super
perception
humble.
in college was the opposite.
I think the perception was probably wrong.
And they
You think all of a
retired
sudden he
his
just turned-
number
you think-
for a team that won like 7
Again-
games.
Again, do you think a player doesn't have control over that? You know what I mean?
That's true.
He has no control over that. Do you think he just
It was
all
all
of a
about-
sudden got humble?
It was all
I
about
doubt
prime time.
Yeah, it was
and
about
his
the dad.
popularity.
It was backlash on the dad. The dad's all over the place. Sometimes the dad is super humble, super great with the young kids, and sometimes the dad's out of control.
Oh, I'm rooting for him to be the week 1 starter too.
Me too.
Because I don't think Deshaun deserves it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Coming up at 7 o'clock, we'll hit the Skins. And next, we will dive into the Washington Commanders' second preseason game. Are you hitting the panic alarm after watching that ugly performance? That's next here on the Junkies.